Adventurers, we just had our best 2 months ever, and it's all thanks to you.
Seriously, we see you out there spreading the word. It makes a huge difference. Thank you.
Every time you tell a friend, share a link, or just geek out about the show, you're helping Wayfinder Legends grow.
More listeners means more adventure, more laughs, and more epic moments to share with all of you.
So keep those reviews coming, keep telling others, and as always, join the party!
Welcome to our 42nd episode. Woo! Yeah, 42. Yeah, we have the answer. We just need the questions.
It is.
So wherever you see us, put in a question, make a comment, throw a question mark on the end of it. Come on, 42 is the answer. Give us the question.
42 is the answer. We just have to figure out what game we're playing now.
Yeah, exactly.
It is awesome that we've been able to make this many episodes so far, and it is so much fun sitting at this table with everybody. And it's amazing to know that we have listeners that actually care about our characters and the story, and that are following along with us. And getting feedback from you guys is the best for us. So please leave comments, leave suggestions, join Patreon, come join the party, and have fun with us.
Be a hero.
Be a hero.
Like Inara.
Yes.
Yeah. What's truly amazing is you've all survived.
That is
That
is the real amazing.
Or just had some very good dice rolls or bad dice rolls, depending how you look at it.
Well, in game time, it's only been like a week, right?
Yeah.
42 episodes.
Yeah.
So this is a new session for us. So we haven't been together in about.
Which means we're there, mates.
8. Yes.
Yes. And you guys had just finished fighting a whole lot of skeletons.
Holy moly.
Jeepers creepers.
Unholy moly.
Yeah, unholy moly. And Captain Lavender is very insistent that you guys go back down the hole and make sure there's no further threats to the town.
Yes, which we plan to do in the morning. Mm-hmm. He had some business to take care of, which was like getting a bunch of weapon stuff taken care of, selling a bunch of junk so we weren't loaded down with treasure.
We need those upgraded weapons.
Yes.
Yeah. Those is very handy. And so
we also need to sleep.
Yeah, you guys had just dumped off your goods that you were selling at Quarters and Bits and at Shaylin's Smile and a few other places.
Check out the round table for how Brook messed up twice.
Yes.
No surprise there. But not only in where he thought he was going, but then also something else. Anyway.
You darn spellcasters, you're so complicated. It's just hit things with other things. And so I think we left off, the party had gone back to the tavern.
Caden's Keg.
Caden's Keg.
Because we needed to check on Worgie.
Check out Worgie, get a good meal.
Lose our security deposit.
We had a hero's lunch, I believe.
And it was delicious.
Yes.
Or Inara did.
Was that Eller's first time trying that?
I don't know.
Yeah, she was out cold last night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, guys have, I guess, finished your meal? Now what?
We were discussing, I know Fawin, she's very interested, and again, like we mentioned for a totally selfish reason, but she very much wants to go back to Vaz's shop. Like, Fawin is presenting the idea that if Vaz was indeed downstairs, we need to go back to her shop and just thoroughly search everything.
Well, we know that she ran back out through the tavern. She might still be there.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh. So you think maybe when she said she went to Multhune, she actually went down below.
She wouldn't lie.
She wouldn't stoop to lying.
What? Oh, I'm going to have so much trouble keeping this straight. Is it Moxie or Roxy? Roxy.
Roxy is here.
Here. Moxie's in another universe far, far away.
Yes. Roxy mentioned that, what she'd done, which makes me think she must have gone through somewhat recently.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if she went, because she was down, maybe she's back, well,
Yeah.
let's say down.
I think Vaz is still there. I think she's down in the catacombs. That's player opinion.
Yeah, if we go check out her bookstore, we probably should just be extra cautious that she might be there.
Should we be there too?
Put the rogue in front.
Well, I mean, technically, Inara's the leader.
Oh yeah, like we should, because I think both Emily and Inara don't know some of the joys of Vaz's shop.
We definitely need to tell Inara, whoever goes in first needs to know about that trap.
Yeah, 100%.
That almost,
Find it. They'll find it. Don't worry.
yeah.
We know how many hit points it did, so it'll be fine.
She actually has enough to survive it now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went to Quarters and Bits to cash in on stuff, and you guys dropped off the weapons at the magic shop.
We were sitting around our back, eating, finishing.
Caden's Keg.
Yeah.
And then Boddy just healed Plame with some surgery. So, I would complain about the 2 points of damage that Fawin's healing potion recovered, but it kept you from dying when you did risky surgery.
Yes, but the risky surgery, it paid off.
Yeah.
In the end.
In the end, it all worked out.
Did Stagram come with us to Caden's Keg, or did he stay at the Pig's Ear?
The pickled ear.
Pickled Ear, that's what it is.
Pickled ear. Yes, they serve pickled pig's ears. That's how it got its name.
There you go.
It's a very up-class establishment, as you can imagine. I think you guys were taking turns watching the entrance.
Yes. Yes.
So you may be back.
Okay. Well, we were gonna end up sleep. Well, Boddy is gonna sleep down there by the entrance. And he wanted everybody else to, but it's up to them.
Yeah, Inara was someone that was like, we're sleeping down here.
Yeah.
Lavender definitely wants you guys on this, not priority.
Yeah.
So
But I will say that the bookstore, Vaz's bookstore, is just down the street and around the corner.
Well, you and Plame could sneak off. Plame and Fawin could sneak off and go do their own investigation again while we chill out downstairs.
that worked out so well. It's always great when you guys take the lead. It is wonderful.
Yeah.
Inara is gonna finish her hero's lunch.
So as Inara is finishing up her lunch, Fawin is trying to think of a way to entice Inara to go to the bookstore. So I think we should probably all go together. I mean, Inara, you've never been to Vaz's shop.
Yeah, I don't need to go. I don't go to places like that.
Yeah.
Boddy, the last time they went by themselves, Plame almost got skewered by some trap.
He's always almost getting skewered by some trap.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I did get skewered by a trap.
Yeah. But then we got it's possibility that Vaz is still back there. She's not to be trusted. She could be back there scheming up some other magical debauchery.
Yeah. If she's there, wouldn't you like to come and do the final justice on her?
Sometimes the way you talk to me, Fawin, is really weird because it doesn't seem like the way you talk to everyone else.
You should listen to how she talks to me. Goblin.
Boddy's ears perk up and he takes an inquisitive bite of his hero's lunch like he's eating popcorn like Michael Jackson in the theater.
Fawin kind of freezes for a minute and then says, well, remember in the battle whenever you just glared at the skeleton and he took a step back, like you made the dead afraid?
Oh, that's just what happens when I look at people.
Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I talk with you, I don't know if you're gonna agree with me or perhaps like try to lop my head off.
Oh, I would never.
Fawin looks around at the table.
Look, as much as you annoy me, Fawin, I think you're sweet.
What?
Boddy just stops it.
And Inara, you might want to slow down on the beer.
Look, you remind me of my sister. That's all.
You have a sister?
A long time ago.
And then Fawin's remembering kind of her delusions on the bed. When you were comatose for a while, you were saying some things in your sleep?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I would know.
And says, oh, maybe, again, this is one of those moments.
Plame's gonna take a step back.
Well, and then Fawin makes a big show. She kind of straightens up in her chair a little bit, puts her hands kind of up around by her temples and moves them slowly and says, the spirits tell me her name is Pris.
Wow.
How would you know that?
I just told you, the spirit.
You really are a witch, aren't you?
The whole tavern just like,
Boddy just leans back in his chair, chewing his sandwich, looking sideways at both of them like, what's about to happen?
Look, I don't know how you know that, but yeah, that's her name.
and I remind you of her. That's very sweet.
Yeah, because you're prissy like her.
Oh.
Dang.
And Fawin just takes it in. She's processing things that are happening. You know, she's on a journey with a goblin and a hobgoblin, and is in the last 4 or 5 days longer with Plame, is actually beginning to care about what happens to these people just a little bit.
Almost.
Almost. But there's that that thoughtful look on Fawin. She kind of just accepts that of like, yeah, that's probably true.
Anyway, this is getting too sentimental. I need a drink.
Plame's gonna look at Boddy real quick and say,
Hey, remind me next time you see Captain Lavender, we need to see how that handling is doing. I wouldn't put it past Voz to try to go and either break him out or kill him.
Yeah, I've been worrying about the same thing. And she's probably still lurking around here now that we know what she was up to down in the catacombs.
We asked him to put extra guard on Calmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might want to reinforce though. You know how guards are.
She's pretty devious. She could do something like poison his food or pay off one of the guards, slit his throat. Do we want to go back to Voss's where there could be traps and possibly she could be waiting for us to ambush us?
If she is, we could have the resources of the town guard again once we raise the alarm.
Yeah,
But I don't think she's there.
I don't want to do any more shopping.
Oh, this is pillaging.
Boddy says,
Pillaging.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds illegal.
yeah, it's getting kind of late and we need our rest if we're going to go delving tomorrow
Look,
morning.
why don't we do that like after we do the whole go and clear out the tunnel thing?
and then Plame's gonna look at Fawin and say,
Yeah, and
I don't know if we want to piss the town guard off anymore. They did lose one of their own with the skeleton battle.
And Fawin remembers. She's like, oh yeah. Because Inara and Fawin just bugged out from the base, but after it was all over, you guys
Right.
stayed to help.
Watch the carnage unfold.
There's that just one guard
You
died.
heartless human.
That's two guards died.
One guy got lanced right to the chest and stuck to the wall. The other guy got chopped up by skeletons.
So 2 went down.
yeah, so they may not like us very much if we were to have another episode in town.
That's very true. That's very true.
Why don't we just get some much needed rest, take out the tunnel, and then we'll head over there. Because then they'll like us from helping them. See, I can play politics too.
Fawin's actually impressed. That's pretty good leadership. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's actual leadership.
Fawin looks at Boddy and says, the scrolls we found off of Voz's table.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a peek at those tonight?
How about we get some rest tonight? Take a look at them tomorrow morning before we get ready. I've got to repair my spells anyway.
Okay.
I think you have to wait till the next day to try and identify again.
Yeah.
All right. So who is bedding down where?
So Inara is gonna go back to the shop
Back to the shop.
and sleep.
The magic shop.
Yes.
Plame will go to the pickled ear.
Yep.
Pickled ear.
Boddy goes to the pickled ear.
All right, Fawin.
Yeah, and Fawin semi-reluctantly, but not wanting to be alone in the bedroom with Worgie at the Cadence Keg, definitely goes with Plame.
Inara's taking Worgie with her.
Her taking Worgie with her.
That's good. We'll probably get a little delay.
They're going to love that in the magic shop.
So Fawin still decides it smells like wet dog in here, and then goes with you guys downstairs to stay at the pickled ear.
Have they started?
Lavender and some of the guards are down there and they're hammering together. It looks like kind of a wooden frame that they're putting over the hatch that got destroyed.
Okay. Boddy watches them for a while, then he goes upstairs just to see the common room upstairs, and then waits for everybody to bed down.
Content with the temporary barricade the guards were constructing, Boddy headed upstairs. The weight of his footfalls laid bare his fatigue. The day had been an endless stream of battles against skeletons, spirits, and undead things. Combat had sapped his strength, tested his mettle, exhausting him both physically and mentally. He forced himself up that final step into the common room of the Pickled Ear. He was greeted with the sounds of the brawny woman behind the bar sending off gawking patrons, letting them know the ear was closed today. Her brusque exchanges intermingled with the muffled hammer strikes from below. Boddy pulled a worn stool close to the hearth and eased his weary bones into the creaking seat, eager to feel the warmth of the slow waning fire on his blue skin. As his muscles released tension in spots he didn't know he had, his mind wandered over the events at Hell Knight Hill. It reeled from the memories. If he didn't carry the wounds, he would not believe how much he and his newfound companions had been through in so short a time. Thick-nailed fingers slid the lictor's morning star from his belt. He finally had time for a proper look at the ancient weapon. It was little more than a polished shaft of hardwood, a handle finely carved into it and wrapped in tough, thick leather. The head of the weapon adorned with a multitude of iron nails, much like the phantasmal projectiles the Hellcrowns had spit at them in the ossuary below. This was more than a weapon. It was a symbol of the raw determination, the zeal and spite of the man who wielded it. If Stagram was correct, and this was actually an armament held by the first lictor, the Order of the Nail, Boddy can only imagine the cruelty this wicked implement inflicted as it smote the enemies of his order. He turned the vicious cudgel in his hand. The firelight danced along the enchanted spikes. Soon memories of his own tortured past began to fill his mind. Despite the heavy mail that protected him, he could feel the nail-covered surface of the torture rack digging into his bare flesh, his form strapped face down onto the grisly whipping station. He lay upturned at an angle, the hundreds of metal spikes piercing his skin the only thing that kept him from sliding onto the floor. The sound of his punishment echoed off the stone walls of the chamber. The torturer's grunts and the crack of a many-stranded whip brought down across Boddy's exposed shoulders, arms, and legs. The cruel handiwork opened wounds that would become lifelong scars. As the blood ran in rivulets from his arms and down his face, the path weaved black upon the gray form of his body in the utter darkness of the chamber. There was no need for light in the bowels of the warrens. The oppressive gloom washed everything in shades of gray and black.
Lost in the darkness.
Each drop of pooling blood, a deep darkness on the dim stone floor.
There will be no rest.
But he would not let them break him. He took his beating silent and unflinching. His eyes remained locked, staring into the hateful glare of his one-eyed commander. The firewood popped, and Boddy was back beside the cozy fire, the visions replaced by the soft sounds of his surroundings. His subconsciously tensed muscles relaxed, and his now clenched grip loosened as he returned to the present. He looked the weapon over once more, before standing and making his way back to the others. The trophy of another impossibly difficult ordeal hanging from his belt. Okay, so you guys all bed down in the basement of the tavern for the night, which Roxy has closed after much argument and glares at the lot of you.
Plame's gonna toss Roxy a copper and try one of those ears he's been hearing about. Sound delicious.
Oh,
I think they all got destroyed.
Not all of them. No, the walls were just lined in pickled things. Pickled Ear, a rough and tumble tavern in a rundown part of Breachel. The Pickled Ear has several basement storerooms where the establishment keeps cleaning supplies, spare kegs of ale, which you guys have been helping yourselves to, ingredients for greasy but hearty foods, and yes, pickles of every and all types. Jar upon jar of pickled cucumbers, beets, radishes, onions, cauliflowers, chicken's feet, fish, and the tavern's specialty, pickled pig's ears. She picks out a nice long one for you.
Ah, good. Plame will grab it and then go downstairs and, set up his bedroll and kind of snuggle into it and munch on his ear.
Okay, who else is down there?
Boddy, you see him for the first time. Takes off his cloak, takes off his backpack, pulls his spell book out of his out behind his belt, takes off his chainmail and the underlying padding, and he just has like some rags, like a ragged shirt on, and you can see his back has got these like scars across it, and all across the front of his body are just like puncture wound scars, and it's kind of grisly, and you see his spindly arms and legs are just absolutely ripped. He's extremely muscular, on his small frame. Looks like an NBA player, the way he's built.
All long and lanky.
Yes, his arms are longer than you'd expect, and without all the armor and everything on him, it really reveals just what his body has been through.
And just covered in scars, and there's one scar in particular, looks like a bloody dagger, if I remember right. Maybe it's been like tattooed into?
Yep, kind of like a scarification.
Yeah, like tattoo. Like a unit insignia right on his arm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And he
Nice bloody blade.
he wraps up on, he puts it on his own bedroll down and takes his cloak and covers himself back up, and he's out before you know it.
Could Fawin do a society check on that dagger symbol?
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 13 on the die for a total of a 22.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's pretty good. You don't know exactly what it is. Like I said, it appears to be like some kind of unit insignia. I mean, Hobgoblin society is extremely militaristic. They actually organize their towns by platoons and companies and battalions.
This could get interesting, but Plame wants to do a society check to see if he recognizes this insignia.
Could get interesting. I don't even know if there's any connections. Stacy might know.
Oh, you're lucky. My society's 0. So it's only a 12.
Okay. I mean, you've seen a lot of Hobgoblin insignias in your youth. There were like different types of Hobgoblins going in and out of that camp from different units. You can't quite place it.
Okay.
The good news is there's no repressed memory that comes out. Maybe good news. Maybe that's bad news.
It just goes back to nibbling on his pig's ear.
Yeah, in fact, he's going to look at Dagram and sort of reach in on this ear and say, you should try one of these. Makes me feel like a boxer for some reason.
Is that a Tyson brand big ear?
Stagram looks at this big pointed ear and him chewing on it, and he looks up at the goblin, looks down at the ear, and he leans over to Fawin and goes, "Does cannibalism run in there?" Stock.
He failed. He was going to do a wisdom check to see if he was going to take offense that you just called him a pig.
Yeah. Totally went over my head. Cannibalism, rude. Yeah.
All right, so you guys bed down for the night and sleep uneventfully.
Can we cut to Inara
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
too?
We betcha.
I definitely want to see how this goes down.
Okay, Inara is walking into, what is that?
Shayla's smile.
She's got Worgie kind of attached to her belt with a leash. He's following her around because, you know, that bat meat, she kind of just has that like dangling on the back of her belt. So he'll just kind of follow where that's going, hopefully.
Isn't the bat meat like 3 days old now?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's where the smell is coming from.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. But Borgie has been eating the strap.
Gosh, we kind of made it into like jerky though.
Oh,
Did we?
Kind of like,
well, she left it out in the sun accidentally.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you get the Shayla's smile.
So she will walk into
Very artistic looking place.
the right place, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. I am back. I am going to be spending the night here. How's my sword going?
You hear it behind you. You spin around, and there's that same elven lady from before. Tarandlara Valendem.
Wait, don't sneak up on people like that. Jesus. I mean, Dora. Dora.
Yes. Sneak up. She's kind of she's got arches the brow. She goes, "Why do you have that in here?" And she points at the morgue. You do realize that's not a dog, right?
Well, yeah, that's why her name is Worgie. If it was a dog, I would have named her Doggy.
That's excellent.
Worgie looks up, says something in Goblin, and you see the elk on her high school, and he goes, "Yep, definitely not a dog."
Wait a minute. Does Worgie understand common?
Somewhat from what we know. Like a little bit.
Yes, doggy. Yeah, your innovation is astounding.
Look, Worgie, don't let the little elf lady treat you like that. It's fine. Say one of those goblin profanities to her.
As though your mother was a delight.
Look, do you have a place we can, I don't need anything fancy. I just want to stay here until my sword's done. I can sleep on the floor for all I care. But you got like a couch or something?
In fact, you've slept on many of floors, but you can have one of our offices.
Oh.
Yes, just don't disturb me until I'm done with the work. Runes can be tricky sometimes.
As long as you know what you're doing and my sword's good to go afterwards, we won't have any problems.
Yes.
And if we do, that's why I brought Worgie.
She just kind of raises an eyebrow and goes, yes. She sort of kind of almost floats over to the hallway and points, and one of the door opens up. You can stay there for the night.
Inara will walk down there, and is it just an office?
This is a small office with...
Not the bathroom.
No.
I figured she was...
It's the back door. No. No, it's a small office.
Okay. Inara will just get comfy somewhere, set up a little bed for Worgie, and let her sleep.
Okay.
And Worgie destroys the whole place, you wake up.
You know what? Make a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy, is that
It can be diplomacy.
society? I don't see. Oh, there is diplomacy.
Well, diplomacy or nature or survival, any of those
Can I
three.
pick?
Yeah, I'll let you pick which one you want.
Okay. Because my nature is actually the highest. Okay. I rolled a 17, modified 22.
Ooh, okay. So Worgie will actually not trash the place.
Hey,
You were at like 5 successful diplomacy checks with her.
have we?
Wow.
So really, Worgie has been pretty
Wait.
tame.
There's actually a rule for what it takes to get the warg to not do random destruction.
Oh.
You're halfway there.
Excellent.
So far, it's
Built into the module, or?
It's actually built into the module.
Wow.
If you make enough diplomacy checks, the warg will finally start to accept you guys as part of its pack. And I rolled, everyone sleeps oddly soundly. Next morning, he wants to jump in first. So Inara,
Okay.
you wake up nice and early because Worgie is licking your face. At first you think, oh, she's being affectionate. And then you realize, no, I think I just left a lot of the sandwich on my face.
Oh, my sweet Worgie, do you need to go outside? Here, I'll take Worgie outside before going to check on the sword.
You go up and the door's locked.
To the office?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Huh. I don't remember locking the door. Did you lock the door, Worgie? You did?
They locked you in.
Oh, that's really weird. Oh well, she'll just kick the door open.
Yes.
That's a natural 1.
That's a sturdy door. That hurt your foot.
That's
Give
not
me
a
your
good
nice
roll.
new boots.
Oh, I need to do my morning stretches first.
They were prepared for Inara to try to kick the door in.
Probably.
If they reinforced it, like, yeah.
Oh.
This wild thing.
Oh, just give me a minute, Worgie. I need to wake up a little bit. Then I'll kick the door down.
Okay, yeah, you wait a few minutes and kind of stretch.
Is there just the one door?
Yeah, there's
There are
not
no windows.
Yeah, there's a small window.
This is the office where they take disgruntled customers. This is the office where they take people that they might have issues with, and they're just like, oh, if you'll wait right in here, someone will be to see you in a little bit. Click.
Yeah. This is a loss prevention room. they put the people till the cops show up.
Sorry, gotta make the bed fun. It's a Voss pretension room.
Oh,
But
good. I like it.
Normally the doors just fall over when I kick them. It's really weird. It's just too early in the morning, I guess. Worgie, have at it.
Runs up, scratches at it, she looks at it, and then she turns around and takes a whisk.
Well, that wasn't very effective. She's gonna just kind of inspect the window and see if it can just split open or something.
Yeah, it's probably just a very simple window.
Okay, you can just like slide it up.
Yeah.
And, okay. She will just squeeze out the window
All right, you go, fall off on the ground.
and grab Worgie.
Reach over the windowsill.
Yeah.
Put over, yeah, it's
Just scratch with her hind legs, trying to get over with it. Nice. I can fit.
Okay, I guess we'll just go around back to the front. They must just have like a policy of locking doors.
I love Inara's like just easy going, happy go lucky like idiots.
So I go up to the front door and
Okay, so you go around,
is that-
all the way around the building.
Yes.
You go in.
is that unlocked?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I go in the front door. Good morning. You guys left the door locked. So I went around the front, figured must have been an accident or something.
You stop and look, and there's like somebody who's painting on the walls in one section. As you come in, it splits. One side's offices, the other side is like all painted and ornate. It's like a shrine to to the goddess Shaylin, which is the goddess of art
Okay.
and innovation. Yeah.
And love.
And love, yes. Art and love. Yes, and so one of the acolytes or whatever, the little shrine comes forward and is like, oh, yes, you're the one that was in the office. They told me about you.
What did they tell you? I was just a customer, just picking up my sword. Didn't want to leave my sword here alone with you guys, no offense. Just,
He kind of, you see him lean over and he's looking at the door down the hallway, looking over to you.
The puddle growing.
The puddle growing out of the door.
Worgie's just like nipping at the bat meat on her belt.
Yeah. You're standing there as a warg eating rotted meat off your belt.
So what's the status of my sword?
Oh, status on your sword, right. He's like, let me check. And he kind of steps into the shrine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, do you go with him or that's cool?
Well, is he wanting us to follow?
It doesn't say. Just walks off.
Okay, I guess we'll follow you. And Worgie is going to be walking through the shrine, apparently.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, in the back of the shrine is a little bitty room with this statue of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And the statue appears to be made possibly of ivory.
Wow.
I mean, it's like nice. It's been dressed in a red silk robe and it has flowing wings that they've actually attached feathers to.
Awesome.
And they're like multicolored feathers.
And this is the goddess.
And she's holding a glaive.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But it's turned down, so the glaive's like she's sweeping the ground with it.
Like a paintbrush.
Like a paintbrush. Exactly.
Gorgeous.
And kneeling in front of it is a Tarandlara, and she has your sword, and you see her just running her fingers up and down her sword, mumbling something. And she looks up at the goddess, and then goes back to mumbling. And they kind of stand there for a few minutes, and the initiate goes, oh, and she looks and goes, yes. Well, this person came to ask about the status of a magical item that they had left here.
Yes, it's Inara. You know, I don't know if I introduced myself. That's my sword. You're doing some magic stuff with it. I was in the office that got locked, weirdly enough. You guys lock the doors here?
And she goes, is it still locked?
Yes, it's still locked.
And my window is broken.
No, I didn't break. I would never. I didn't break the window. I just crawled out of it. What do you think? I'm a barbarian?
Nice, nicely done. And she stops and she looks up at the initiate and just stares at him. Hands her a silver piece.
There's a bat.
There's a bat.
That's funny.
And so finally she picks up your blade and she kisses it. And where she had kissed it, the rune has changed now. She says, yes, I believe your weapon is ready. Your friends have already paid in full.
She will grab Fang, kind of inspect it and look at it from different angles, feel the weight of it. So what is technically being added to this here?
The striking rune?
So whenever you hit, you do an extra die of damage.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
So what does that mean for your weapon?
That means 2d12 for my weapon. That's a big deal.
Yeah. So now you have +1 to hit because it's got the potency rune, plus 1d12.
That is crazy.
As you turn the sword, it's got almost this like multicolored iridescent sheen to that's beautiful.
That's so pretty.
Yes. And
So does she like feel anything different about it?
it just, I mean, it always felt right in your
Right.
hand, but just even more so.
So when you're talking, say, multicolored sheen, like what would reflect off, say, a snake scale?
There we go.
That's really cool.
It has received the kiss of the eternal rose.
Kind of weird, but I dig it.
Yeah, the eternal rose is one of the many names of Shaylin.
This is beautiful. And I don't use that word very often.
She will just smile and nod at you.
Well, I appreciate the hard work you've done and for taking care of my sword. I would have killed you otherwise.
I am an artist, dear. I care for any work of art like that fine blade.
I appreciate your work. So you've been paid, you're all good? We don't owe you anything?
You owe only thanks to the goddess.
She'll just kind of look up at the statue. Well, thank you. So she will just go ahead and head back. Well, where was the pick? Somewhere else.
it.
Quarters and bits.
Yeah, she'll go ahead and head there, I guess, to quarters and bits.
All right, cool. You head down the borders and bit.
She will walk in with Worgie.
Yeah, you have that half-elven. Fine lady. So you see again that we have this.
Okay,
that's
no.
a warg.
Yes, and if you don't stay quiet and don't do that thing that you do, you'll be fine. If not, the warg will eat you for breakfast.
The warg hates sales banter. It's just gonna be like, he's like, we've got this.
Come on, Worgie. We don't listen to that guy. We're just getting our stuff.
Well, you have accomplished the impossible. You have shut him up.
How do the other, is there any other like employees or guys in the shop, how do they react to the fact that he's like, "You're-"
There's a lot of people were kind of staring, like, "Whoa." Except for the old smith in back. He's like, maybe we need one of those. Got a big burly human with a big long beard and tats all up and down his arms.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'm here to pick up that pick that we dropped off yesterday. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. He has it stuck at a beam. He goes, "What? You have to make sure it works right."
Oh, yeah, I totally get it.
Twirls it in his hand. Goes, "Ah,
That looks nice.
got good balance. I think you're gonna really like this."
Well, it's not for me, but does it look distinctly different the way the sword looked? Or it's kind of just the same?
It's just the balance feels better.
A little bit.
Yeah, it feels like a
Optimized.
lot more nimble in your
Yeah.
hand.
Boddy will like this. Hopefully he won't stab himself with it. And she'll put it in her belt.
All right.
Hey, while I'm here, not to encourage the whole sales pitch thing that you guys do, because that really is kind of annoying.
Who do you say it is?
I really could, the blacksmith, right? I really could use some new shoes. So,
Oh, that's right. You didn't. I thought you had replaced your boot.
Didn't Plame buy you some?
Plame brought you some.
I bought you some.
you did.
Yeah.
He just couldn't guess size, so they're probably floppy.
Right.
Yeah, they might not fit too good. Or we could be too small.
Or goblin style. So it's like,
Yeah, there's no toes. It's like open-toed. It's the claw specific.
That's probably what it is. It's what open-toed shafts.
So I was just wondering if you got anything in stock, like something like hard leather, maybe plated, something with a little bit more protection.
He goes, "Well, we got some standard boots in the back. Now there's a place called Crimson Wood Furs. They make all kinds of stuff. They used to just be furs. They're not just furs anymore. At least that's what the guy keeps saying.
I just don't want to keep going shopping, you know? I figure if I can just pick up what I need at the one place where I'm already picking stuff up, it would be way easier. Where's this Crimson Furs place? Please tell me it's on the way.
Oh, it's just down the block. He kind of points down, says, yeah, it's the far end, because the road you're on here kind of comes out in T's. It's right there at the end of the T. So that is the road. You have to come down and pass by it on the way back to the Pickled Deer anyway.
Oh, okay. Kind of weird promoting like other businesses though. I mean, are you guys just cool with each other?
He's kind of slugs us. I just work here.
Oh, what's your name, by the way, so I can thank you properly?
He goes, Barden Grimsby. Oh, man, you're the first guy that's asked my name all the years I've been with you.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Barden. You did a great job. Thanks for checking about the boots and have a great day, sir. She'll walk out with the pick and Worgie, and she will just quickly stop by the fur place that she really doesn't want to go to.
So, Crimsonwood Fur.
Sounds way too fancy.
Yeah, so you walk in, it's an older building. Looks like it's been very well maintained. Not two nice big double doors. It has crimsonwood furs are actually like worked into the beam over the doors, and then someone has hung a little sign underneath it that says crimsonwood furs. That says, and haberdashery, not just furs anymore. Exclamation point on it.
She kind of looks at Worgie. I kind of figured this place would be fancier.
But
I'll walk in.
Yeah, so you walk in, inside it's very nice. It's like hardwood paneled walls. There's paintings up and down the walls of people in these like very luxurious fur cloaks. Most of them appear to be, high-ranking Hell Knights. There's Lictor de Viri, you remember her. Like, oh yeah, she stabbed me. Wearing a very nice, white and black fur cloak. Looks kind of familiar, actually. And there's like just racks of fur cloaks, coats, boots, mittens, all types of clothing. Mostly cold weather, but not exclusively.
I love the fact that Inara is seeing a portrait of a skeletal defender
Right.
that she fought. Like, that's very cool.
Hey, I killed that guy.
I know her. I stabbed her right in the face.
She'll walk in and just kind of, man, I hate placing this too fancy. Hello? She'll just kind of raise it.
A guy appears in the back. He's kind of nicely dressed. A tunic that's got some nice beading around the collar.
Oh God. Oh my God. You guys look too good. It's not that important. Okay, I just need some boots.
Ah, okay. Well,
Do you guys have anything that's like not too fancy? Like some nice pristine leather, maybe plated, good for kicking things really hard.
as well, we supplied the lictors and the other high-ranking Hell Knights for 6 generations.
Really?
Yes. So now myself, I'm Winthrop Finney. I took over when the last crewmate passed away just a few years ago. Excellent man, taught me everything I know. Let me see if I have just what you need. And he kind of
Perfect.
leads you
Wait,
over.
Worgie, don't touch that.
It's got a look. She's got a glove in her mouth. Yes. So he leads you back over, and there's like a rack of boots. Some are like nice and furred, very warm. Some are like riding boots. There's others you see look like they have reinforced leather in them. There's one has like a metal instep built into it. It's like, this may be what you're looking for.
Okay. How much are these going for?
Ooh. See, a normal pair of boots. We kind of go meta here for a second.
It's part of clothing. The boots are just part of your clothes kit, pretty much.
The explorer's clothing is a silver piece, but these are going to be kind of fine quality. So I'm going to say they are 2 silver.
Wild.
Yes, so it'll be 2 silver for the boots and another silver for the gloves.
The gloves?
You look over and there's Worgie.
I'll take those ones with the metal at the end. That would be nice.
Probably a couple silver pieces and a pair of gloves.
But I wasn't buying the gloves, so.
You can look at us.
You chop them, you bought them. You eat
Are
them,
they
buy 'em.
still wearable?
Oh yeah, it's just got a couple of puncture holes in the back.
Okay. That's fine. I guess I'll wear them or give them to Fawin. So we got, you said 3 silver?
Yeah, 3 silver pieces for the whole thing. All right.
Can we do one quick insert of Fawin being up early looking at that scroll she hasn't identified yet?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so maybe before anyone else has woken up,
Mesmer pats at your face early in the morning because it's fed.
and Fawin wants to dig into her stuff and get out the scroll that she couldn't identify yesterday.
Okay.
And that is an 18 on the dice for a new total of 29.
Whoa.
Wow.
What's your Arcana check now?
Plus 11 is my Arcana check now.
Very nice. All right. So what were the ones you had identified before?
Yes, so we earlier had identified fear, alarm, heal, and darkness.
This one is dark vision.
Oh,
You could use that.
okay.
Yeah, you two could definitely
Do half-elves have dark vision?
We have but then instead of a potion, we could cast it on an aura.
Yeah. Do you tell Boddy what that is? Does he want to prescribe it?
Yes. What if Boddy put a couple of his spells in last night?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, and then you can share those with Fawin in the morning?
He woke up early and was doing his stuff when you woke up and started doing your stuff.
Okay.
So that's when he was getting his new spells in his book.
All righty.
Very good. So we identify this one as dark vision. I tell Boddy about it.
Okay.
Ask him if he'd like to put in his spell book.
Yeah, that's a good idea, but perhaps once we get back from going downstairs, I don't really need that right now, and if we need it in a pinch, you can cast it from the scroll, right?
Right.
Mesmer once fed.
Feed me, Simon. 100%.
I mean, you can kind of feel that in your brain. Feed me.
So Fawin and Mesmer slip away for a little while, maybe an hour or so, and she returns to that same small closet that she had borrowed on a previous night from the innkeeper. And while she and Mesmer are there in privacy, she gets out that wooden bowl and a little bit of wine, and she takes these scrolls, the new spells, not dark vision, because Boddy hasn't put that one in his book yet, but she takes the other two, and she does the same process that we saw several episodes ago, where she lights a candle and soaks the parchment in wine in this little bowl until it becomes a pasty goo, and then she feeds it to Mesmer.
His eyes begin to glow.
And then she'll come back a little bit later. Maybe right before Inara returns from all of her shopping.
All right. So you show back up with some fancy boots, some nice gloves, and a pick.
Oh God, I had to do shopping again, guys. But check out my sword. And she'll pull it out, and it's got all this.
She turns it in the lantern light down in the basement, and you can see it's iridescent. We get all the different colors kind of glimmering up and down where the snake goes up and down the blade.
That's amazing.
I was really hesitant about this whole thing with my sword, but I like it now.
Boddy looks up from his spell book, and he says, right, so they got even more magical goodness on that sword.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know if it just looks cooler but it feels better. It feels like if I stab someone with this, I mean, obviously I've stabbed people before and it's been hurting, but I feel like now it's really just gonna cut them in half.
Yes, it's very pretty.
Thank you, Tigram.
Boddy, he says, Fawin, you can identify things faster. You want to check and make sure they did it right?
Oh yeah, make sure that they did the whole thing they were supposed to do.
As long as take time to do things, he's kind of tugs at his bandages where his side's been cut open.
Oh, well. Plame go, oh, yeah, sorry. And then you'll reach up and touch him, and you'll have 12 hit points.
Wild. Bam.
Thanks.
Hey, he's only 11 down now.
Shang sword.
Boddy, he says, Fawin, you can identify things faster. You want to check and make sure they did it right?
Oh yeah, make sure that they did the whole thing they were supposed to do.
Yeah, Fawin will totally take a look at it.
Okay, so no, you don't, she doesn't get to hold it. Obviously.
All right, so Fawin comes over, looks at it, and starts to reach out to like take it from you so she can look at it, and she like turns.
What are you doing?
I was gonna.
No, you don't get to, you don't even know how to use a sword.
Did you see what I do with that dagger?
Yeah, the dagger that like automatically comes back because it's magical. It's like kind of cheating, you know?
Fawin's eyes look down at like the iridescent magical rune on the sword and back up at Inara and back down at the thing. And then just says, true, okay. And then she just leans in and like just looks at the iridescent glisten of that. A 13 on the die for a total of 24 with her Arcana check.
Nice. Ooh. Okay, and this is a level 4 item that requires a 19. So.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah. So yeah, it's exactly what you asked for. It is a +1 striking bastard sword.
You bet.
With a fancy snake on it.
And it's just, they did great work, Inara.
I know. I was really surprised.
And just as a side note for the listeners, Fawin took quick identification as her 3rd level feat. So now these things only take her a minute to do instead of 10 minutes.
So I guess while they're doing that, Plame is going to go upstairs and buy like a little haversack full of pig's ears to take with him. Snacks for the road.
Yeah. That'll be a few copper. Say 5 copper or something for a bunch of them. Sweet.
Is anybody still down any hit points?
Yes. Plame's down 2 and Stagram's down 11.
Oh, even with the healing?
He was down 23. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boddy, somebody says, Stagram, you still have some wounds to need tending to.
Yes.
I think I've got a knack treated them. And so it's how much he's down 12?
He's down. Yeah.
I'll probably need to do a risky surgery again.
Alrighty.
So now that I'm level 3, I have assurance for medicine. So I just succeed on my checks as long as it makes the number. My proficiency bonus for medicine is now +7. So when you use assurance, you take a 10 and add your proficiency bonus, nothing else. No negatives, no positives, no bonuses, no debuffs. My check that I'm looking for is a 15. With risky surgery, I get
an automatic success.
Automatic success. With risky surgery, deal damage first, but then it's an automatic crit.
Yeah, so how much damage?
Let's find out. He takes 7 points of damage.
He's now down to 18 points of damage.
Thanks. And, nice. But the flip side is, since it's a critical success, I get to roll 48.
This is where the guy got him right in the armpit.
Okay.
Took him down last night.
Boddy had to extract some chunks of rust and metal and dirt and stuff. The healing he gets is, wow.
That looks good.
24 points of healing.
There we go.
All right. He is now at full.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Got to bleed some to heal some, I guess.
That's how it goes.
So while that's happening, I got a couple things for people. I got the pick for you.
Right.
Here you go. I don't know, that one doesn't look as fancy, but it's supposed to feel a little bit better, I think.
Boddy looks at it and he sees, he does detect magical. We can see the magical sheen on it. He says, right, you have to do a right good job. This should work well.
I got you a present.
Me?
Of course. Look, I went to that fur place because I needed boots. Really didn't want to go there. I was done with shopping. I got you this wonderful pair of gloves.
Oh. I knew it.
Fawin rolls a 3 on her perception check. She's just overwhelmed by gloves from Crinkling with Furs. And she just takes them, she holds them, and she's just looking at you. She doesn't even look down at the gloves. She's just like,
Thank you.
Of course.
Nora, thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
I know. I just figured after I gave you a lot of trouble, I know you can be annoying. You deserve a little something because I know you contribute at least a little bit to this group. It might not be a lot, but it's enough for me.
So,
He just got his head in his hands.
that's so rude.
It's enough for me to give you a pair of gloves.
and Fawin puts them on, and then she, what's this little, what are these little indention patterns here? Like this, it's very
I know it's unique, isn't it?
right?
It's all the rage.
Thank you.
Literally.
Can't believe she failed that roll. Thank you.
Yeah, and check out my boots. She'll kind of put her feet out, and it's got like the metal on the end. And perfect for kicking stuff down.
That's
right?
kind of the
I can
opposite of goblin style.
Right, because they have their feet out.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I was going for a while. Not a fan.
Rolled real
Not a
Boddy
fan.
style. Boddy kind of crunches his nose up like,
Stagram swings his big old pack up on his shoulder.
Yes, if we're quite done with the fashion show, I believe we have some things to kill.
Yes, we do, Stagram.
Boddy,
That way, right? Down the hall?
this is the healthiest our party's been in a while.
Probably the healthiest since, some unknowable personality kicked open the door and unleashed the undead horde on us.
So, all right. So, Lavender's down there with his men. Yeah, he gave you guys his 2 potions already, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, Lavender signals to his men, the other 3 guys, and they pull the makeshift hatch aside. And he's like, good luck. And so you descend into the tunnel. Right into episode 43.
Excellent. All right, see you guys next time.
No more shopping.
Wayfinder Legends is a production of Red Dirt RPG LLC, and all original characters and artwork are the property of their respective creators. The Age of Ashes Adventure Path was originally produced by Paizo Publishing, and all Paizo titles, characters, and artwork are used with respect under the guidelines of the OGL and ORC gaming licenses. If you like what you've heard, join the party at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. You'll get additional content, Discord access, quarterly gifts, and more. Join the party at patreon.com/reddirtdnd.
And like
Maybe 4 days.
a couple.
Anara was out
2
for
or 3 days.
Are we round tabling?
No.
I'll get back to that later. But be a hero.
Inara is gonna finish her hero's lunch and look around at everyone. Why does it look like you guys are talking to each other in your heads?
Boddy takes a bite of his hero's lunch and says, what do you mean?
Well, kind of seems like y'all are having like a whole conversation that nobody's hearing in the game.
I was with you. I got it the minute.
And Nora breaks the 4th wall and says, in the game, yeah. Okay.
No, she doesn't do that.
If she's there, wouldn't you like to come and do the final justice on her?
That sounds weird.
Look,
It's Laura's signature WWE move. She gets off.
Justice, is that what it's called? Excellent. She's pretty devious. She could do something like poison his food or pay off one of the guards, slit his throat. Hang on, Plame's taking notes.
I can see Stagram just kind of looking over and going, you seem to know a lot about what she plans to do. So, are you guys taking a rest then?
So
what are we doing right now?
yeah. So what do we need to?
Have you guys convinced us to go to Voss's?
I think we should. I totally think we should go to Vaz's. It's a little bit of exploratory. We don't expect any monsters.
An adventure diverged in the tavern.
Trap.
Which road shall we go?
Boddy.
Quit talking in your heads, people. You know what you're saying.
The torturer's grunts and the crack of many-stranded whip brought down across.
That whip is really wringing off his skin. Wait a minute, was that pig raised in the holy field?
Boo! Boo!
It's so bad, it's funny.
Maybe seasoned with Evander.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Anyway, Big Hal had to make a saving throw. That was so bad.
Actually, he was.
Wait, is it part of the module to get a warg as a pet?
It has an option.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was just you, like, we can talk about it in a room.
Yeah, keep going.
But I thought it was just you, like, accepting that we somehow got a ward as a pet.
There's a little sidebar that says, if your characters try to adopt a warg, here you go.
Because I'm sure people have.
Paizo gets us.
Yeah.
Paizo's like, yeah, somebody's be like, I'm getting a pet warg.
Every party just about. If it's got a druid or, the barbarian who likes animals, it's going to be, I'm getting a war.
Yep. Is there a sidebar for Big Bumble? What's she find him? If he doesn't eat the entire party.
Oh, there are some options for things you can do with Big Bumble.
You can be digested. You can be clogged.
Get your mind out of this.
How recently we watched The Revenant, so.
I'm thinking Super Troopers. It's not going to talk about it while we're recording.
I just get the image at some juncture we're going to have Plame riding a bear through the halls. Oh my god! I'm like, oh, that's going to happen. We all know it. Let's just accept it now.
I have a miniature for a dwarf on a bear. We could definitely use it. No, it's on a warthog, but it'll work. It'll work.
Dwarf on a young warthog.
Inara's like the most chill, like surfer dude, barbarian.
I love he's raging.
Yes.
Surfer dude barbarian has a wonderful description of it.
Yeah, she's just like
Surfer chick barbarian.
Triffer chick. They must have just they forgot that they lobbed it on me. Silly goosels.
And I just want to say I'm sort of disappointed with Stacy. He handed the sword over and didn't go ting.
Yes.
This is beautiful. And I don't use that word very often.
Yes, it has a lot of syllables.
Runes.
She has a better charisma than to say that. He just kind of shrugs his head. I just work here.
Oh, well, Inara will just, what's this guy's name?
Oh, should I have given him a name? Do I have a name? I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
The real question is, does he continue to exist once we leave the shop?
Yeah.
He's an NPC. He just stands in the back of the shop repeating the exact same motion over and over again. Now I have to add him in the notes.
So what were the different boots again? There was like.
You have a lot of questions for someone who doesn't like shopping.
And then you also have boots that are like nice and furry, clearly meant for like going in the mountains or cold weather.
Oh, you have boots with the fur?